For Arthur Belkind.
Hi, everybody.
Hi!
I got to tell you, I'm really excited to be here tonight. Actually, I'm excited to be anywhere tonight. But I do want to take a moment and thank all of you who came out tonight. You know, your support's really important to all of us, and it is Christmas Eve. But, you know, realistically, if you're Jewish or Muslim or Buddhist, it's just another Tuesday night. And if you're Christian, there ain't no other place that's open.
That's right.
But you've been a good crowd, and I hope you'll work with me tonight.
Maybe.
Maybe. You got the mustache. Here's the plan. I skip the jokes, you go right to the laughter, and I can get the hell out of here and go home where I belong. At my age, I should be doing lie down, not stand up. If anybody has a chance of dying up here tonight, you're looking at them. I'm so old, I remember when the Dead Sea was sick. I remember rainbows when they were black and white. And how's this? I remember Preparation A. I've seen Halley's Comet 27 times. I almost went deaf from the Big Bang. And my social security number is XVI. And I can actually remember when the Congress did something. You know, that was a long time ago.
Right.
I gotta tell you, I don't get mad easily. And I don't care if you're red. I don't care if you're blue. Those assholes in Congress just really piss me off. They have done nothing for years.
Right.
And whether we agree with it or not, at least some of the states tried to do something in the last election. A number of them passed laws legalizing gay marriage.
Yeah.
A lot of them passed laws legalizing marijuana.
Yeah.
And I don't understand what all the, the fuss is. If you read the Bible, it clearly says in Leviticus, if a man layeth with another man, he shall be stoned. It's right. We don't look at the Bible enough. There's a lot. The first mention of PMS is in the Bible. And Mary rode Joseph's ass all the way to Bethlehem. Another thing that pisses me off is flying, the airports. I remember when it used to be fun. You'd go to the airport with your friends and family.
Yeah.
You'd have a meal. You'd go to the gate. When you got off at the city you were arriving at, you'd get met by your friends or family. Now, it's a nightmare. The first thing that happens is somebody orders you to take off your shoes and your jacket, your belt and your hat, empty your pockets, take out your computer, and that's a fucking thief in the parking lot. Before you even get into the building. Then when you get into the building, security, TSA. These are the most inept human beings on the planet.
Thank you.
And here, the scariest part is, they stand absolutely no chance of getting better. Once you're inept, you can't become ept. There's no such, there are words like that. Have you ever been disgruntled? Ever been gruntled? We've been overwhelmed, underwhelmed. Has anybody ever been whelmed? I think I was at a concert in the 70s, but I digress. Getting back to our friends at the TSA, I am glad to say that here in Los Angeles, they finally did something about some of these characters who have been overly groping, shall I say, and fondling, and they just transferred a few of them to another parish. Have to take a shot. One of the advantages of age is that you do have some time, and I've used my time lately to kind of get some answers to questions that I've asked historically and haven't been able to find the answers to, and I thought maybe I'd share some of those with you tonight. If you choke a Smurf, what color do they turn? Just saying. Is there a man in this audience, and it's not a really big audience, but is there a man in this audience who's actually going to call their doctor if they have an erection that lasts for 4 hours. Are you fucking kidding me? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I would call every woman I've ever known in my life. I know that. And if we tried to call, do you think our wives or girlfriends would let us? I don't think so. Another thing I've wondered is, do you think the person that invented the vibrator heard a voice that said, if you build it, they will come? We all know that you have to have big boobs to work at Hooters, but you have to have one leg to work at IHOP? And don't you think it's time that we have a... Thank you.
Late comer.
Fill out a job application there. I think it's about time that we had a male version of Hooters. Are you in heat, madam? But I think it's time that we have a male version of Hooters. We could call it Pythons.
I like it.
Do any of you think it's rude if deaf people sign with their mouths full? Just wondering. Here's one that... How the hell do blind people know when to stop wiping? Okay, I gotta take a shot. I don't have that much time. No matter what city that you go into, and this is something that I actually got an answer to. I think here in LA you call it carpooling, but in a lot of other cities, they have these HOV lanes. And I didn't know what the hell HOV stood for, so I did some research, and I found out that it stands for high occupancy vehicle. Well, all that did was raise more questions. How high do you have to be? What do you have to be high on? Does everyone in the vehicle have to be high? Do you need the second person to light the pipe? And finally, I always wondered what happens to the foreskins after a man is circumcised. I know you've all thought about that. I know we discuss it around the breakfast table all the time. And I actually found out there are seminaries around the country where they send all the foreskins, and they're planted and nurtured and cultivated and watered, and when they grow up, they become politicians. Thank you very much for your time. Happy holidays, and God bless.